Here we go. Wing the Sports Lounge, episode 3. Zekem Hill and Dr. Break Vegas. Coach
Let's
Taylor
get
ain't
it.
been with us today. He's a head track coach at his high school, and they had to take care of those junior high track meets. So that's what he's having fun doing for this evening. Uh, Mo, everybody, we have a guest. We're waiting on them to appear uh, to come to the show. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about this NBA and how it's going for so far. Now, let's not go to the NBA. Let's start this tournament. And the big surprise to me is FAU. What you got to say about FAU?
Well, I don't want to be like I told y'all so. I know all this about them. One thing I can say, being in this parlay industry and that DraftKings, it forces you to study all schools, not just the big names, but all schools. And even when we talk about college football, you picked FAU a lot of times to cover. And it's just translating over to basketball, man. In Florida, them boys just got ballers, and so this is just a tournament where these boys are putting it all together. They running against a lot of big talented schools, but they just athletes. Sometimes athleticism is not enough to get past a person who can straight ball. Period.
Man, and we talked about this on the chat going back and forth because I lost. They killed my parlays. Like my feelings hurt. And I'm looking at the team stats. They getting 20 turnovers, 2 steals. Like they not creating their own luck, but they winning that free throw at that free throw line and they kill them on the rebounds. And I'm like,
rebounding. Yep, hustling.
That's the recipe for success. Free throws and rebounding.
Hustling, man. It's just not when you talking about rebounding. You talking about boards. So when you get in the offensive boards, that reverts to hustling, diving on the floor for the ball.
Well, that's what's been getting them over the hump. Tennessee, they didn't have enough playmakers. Number 15 was the only one really creating stuff for itself. That big center down the paint, like man, I was disappointed that second half. I didn't think it was gonna go like it did. But against who did they just beat?
FAU. Let me pull it. Who they just play? Yeah. Pull it up. I should have had that up anyway. I'm already looking forward to this weekend.
They play San Diego State.
They play
mirror each other to me.
Yeah, they play each other this weekend. I was trying to see who they beat last weekend.
Kansas State.
Beat
the little point guard.
And you was riding with them, man. You was betting on emotions, and I tried to tell you that, man.
I ain't listening to that. Hey, look here. They got my boy Johnson in foul trouble, man. That was the only other offense that we had, man. Everybody was trying to, hit jump shots, and they wasn't fouling. But when Johnson got in foul trouble, man, it was like, little man Noel had it all by himself, and it was too much of a burden to carry because there wasn't no other really offensive threats they had. In FAU, they're gonna make you guard all 9. All 9 people in that rotation, man. They got the green lights, Coach believes in them, they believe in each other, they're gonna drive and dish, That's why they play so well, and I guess why they get them rebounds, because this is how they've been playing all season. And they've only lost 3 games, so that really speaks for itself. No matter who you play, man, only lose 3 games, y'all doing something right, and you really are creating your own luck. Stats only tell half the story.
I'm riding with them all the way, man. I wouldn't be surprised, and this is recorded. if FAU win the whole entire thing, because the teams that's left, they're on the same playing field. You can't name a team that's remaining that is just that dominant.
Hey, look here. Okay. San Diego State got lucky to win that little game. The little foul in the free throw line. Like, that's if you call. They ain't have to call it, but they did. And, that ain't domination to me. That ain't, national championship basketball to me. But when I look at UConn and what they can do and what they bring to the table, they complete. They can stretch you wide. They can take you down low. They got some defense. They got length. They got a good coach in Hurley. And Miami is a bigger, taller FAU. You know what I'm saying? They're a little bit more athletic, and who knows who's gonna play the best game that day? But to me, right now, I think UConn gonna win it all.
I don't see them getting past Miami. I don't see them getting past Miami, man. Miami, they some dogs, man. Like all the teams that's remaining, the only team that really has a name that has been there is UConn. Everybody else, nobody has these boys winning.
No doubt.
None of these teams. So,
and I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, we picking opposing teams because that makes it better. You know, when this ain't pre-thought and we real with it. But yeah, I liked everything I see about UConn and Miami. I think whoever win that game does win it all. There's a couple of times San Diego State, you know what I'm saying, they could have sealed the deal down. They just missing a bunch of bunnies, man. They right there at the rim. Dude missed a damn fast break layup. Like, what is it? The stage? Is it too big for you? Like, but you know, I like them though. You know, they're a good team. They athletic. They get to the rim. You know me. That's how kind of style I like to play anyway. But
well, I'll take that bet. We'll talk about it later. I'm riding with Florida Atlantic.
That's what's up. He riding with FAU. All right. Yeah. I'm going with UConn. That's what that is. All right. The women's, man. The women's side of the bracket, man. It's just as entertaining as the guys now, man. We have the young lady from Iowa who got the 40-point triple-double, man, and she going up against South Carolina, man. That's must-see TV right there. And then we got LSU and Coach M, whatever, I can't even think of her name right now, from Baylor down there. LSU, this is her second season. She got them girls balling down there against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech got a couple of nice pieces too. A lot of people thought they were gonna get upset against Ohio State, but man, this Final Four, man, without UConn, without the big names, the big teams that's on there, man, this is probably as good as it can get.
This is how it's supposed to be, man. Like, I've been so tired of seeing Duke, North Carolina, Kansas, Gonzaga. Like, this is old, man. It's finally time for these boys to switch it up. And that just tells you a lot about recruitment and the athletes that these small schools are getting. Like, there's a lot of ballers in these small schools that's going unrecognized.
Okay. So, man, believe it or not, man, I went to this little hibachi and had dinner the day of the last tournament game. You know what I'm saying? To watch when we watching the K-State game, and the lady there told me that a rule was passed that day where in the transfer portal, they get one free portal change. But that second change, it can't be for, coaching or playing time. It got to be a real solidified reason. So they can't just be hopping in and out of it, at will anymore. So I think that's a pretty good rule now that, we're talking about, the talent that we have, because a lot of these coaches, college coaches, are just going in the transfer portal, and it's kind of making it a little hard for the high school kids. So this gonna change a lot in the transfer portal with that new rule, man. And a lot of people probably didn't know that, because I didn't know it if I hadn't had the conversation that night at the restaurant. Yeah,
and that's a good thing, man. It's also going to force these kids to start thinking a little bit longer on who they decide to go to. I think a lot of them got too many outside ears, and they make these own pressure decisions to go to a school just because of the name, and not necessarily looking at who else is going there. Because at the end of the day, you compete, and you got to be realistic with your own talent and skills.
Yeah, and you gotta persevere through some stuff, man. You gotta learn some things. Stuff ain't gonna be given to you, and this is the stage that really makes or break you. And so,
because opportunity gonna present itself eventually. You never want to see someone get hurt, but opportunity. I mean, your best baller, your best player on the team might just be off. This your opportunity to step up.
That's all it takes. But yes, that's why everybody's always so amped for that bracket. And this year I didn't even do a bracket because I had no confidence in no teams, absolute whatever. Man, I was like, man, because I want to look the challenge for the college football. I won that one, but I didn't feel like putting no money toward this one because I didn't believe in anything I'm finna be picking. So this justified. This helps me feel a little bit better about just throwing my money away, because Like, hey man, when push came to shove, you know what I'm saying? The teams who I can't even say who been together the longest because a lot of these teams just got together. I think FAU. I know Kansas State only been together for a year. I don't know about FAU. What, they been there a couple of years? I
You know, a
can't.
lot of those players are sophomores, juniors, so they just had a good run, man. And I can't say I honestly been following college basketball this year like I did in the past, but I have been keeping up with statistics. And so that's one of the things I've been following when it pertains to, college basketball.
If
But
FAU
I'm
had
excited.
was there last year in the tournament, the Elite Eight, I think, and then we like Creighton. You know that Big East. They play good basketball. But another thing I wanted to point out was North Texas won. North Texas, we got UAB. They won in the
The
NIT,
yeah.
and so Conference USA in the tournament. So they're like 18-1 right now because everybody in the one. Hey man, that's crazy.
That's pretty dope.
So,
I mean, that's that experience they getting. They'll be in the big tournament next year.
hey man, number speaks for themselves when you're playing it at this level, you know, because everything fair game.
So what this says right here, this Final Four it's only gonna get tougher next year because now you giving all these other small schools confidence. Like this is proven. San Diego State, really? Florida Atlantic.
And
Where's your
and you know the thing is, I think these coaches that are at these programs have been there a while too. You know, this ain't no flash in the pan coaches. These coaches didn't grinding out to the highs and the lows, and, you know, and it's finally paying off for them. So
yeah,
kudos to them.
but then they gonna make that decision and they gonna leave like our coach did at Stephen F. Austin when we went for. Like you just can't let that be a place where you get your name and then move on, man. Like I don't like that part of it. And I understand, at the end of the day, it's about money and taking care of family. But man, you also got to consider the relationships that you build with these players and all the promises that you give to these players to come to your school.
Man, Deion left everybody leaving.
Yeah. I can't blame him though with all the, that's another topic for another day.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So, ladies and gents, we got the man in the hour added to the stream. Look, Dosky, Big Mike is in the building.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the hat, man. He had to give me a hat.
Already.
I had a bright idea. I'm driving home where I'm like, I'm gonna have this ball, man. Let me go get me a TCU hat real quick.
Yes, sir.
Boy, everywhere I went, wasn't nobody selling no TCU hat, man. Cedar Hill, Redbird, it didn't matter.
You ain't gonna find that in Dallas County. Come on now.
Well, hey, they didn't have no college anything, man. So hey, it was a quick lesson. You know, if I had to do that, hey, and right then when I was on my way to the crib, I had just went by Lisa's, picked me up some dinner because I want to eat early, might work out later. And he hit me up like, hey, we gonna be on it. What's the time? Like, hey man, I'm trying to get this hat. Boop. Went through there, showed me that love. So shout out to you, added to the collection of the mini hats I already have. You're not getting it back.
You should have went to Redbird, man. I mean, or Big T Bazaar. You know they had it.
Yeah, Dollar Tree in Lancaster or Lancaster.
Mm-hmm.
Lancaster. Well, I'm good now. I'm Gucci. All right. So Maurice, this little cousin, Narado Stoker Jr., they call him Big Mike. He actually went to Holmes, man. I cannot remember if you were still at Holmes when he was there.
What year?
You went 6th grade and 7th grade, or just 6th grade?
6th grade and 7th grade.
Yes, 6th grade.
What years?
He had Miss Robinson, Lisa Robinson, for English his 6th grade year.
What was who's the principal?
It was some lady, Miss Jackson or something.
She's
still there, so I was there.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? It's a small world because he was definitely getting to ride to school with me, and looking out for him because what did I leave? What your junior year, 8th grade year? I can't remember what year it was. It's all running together right now.
Yeah, me either.
Oh, y'all had moved out to Crowner. That's what that was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, y'all had moved out to Crowner for a little bit. So
me
and Doc, we go back all the way to college, man. He went to SFA with me. So it's been a minute since we've, been cool. And then we frat brothers, and then we worked together at Homes. And so, we talk about parlays together. So it's a lot of love between us two.
Yes,
So,
sir.
without further ado, I just want to say, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. What you have to go through with juggling. Work, school. Preparing out for working out for the next level. Just tell us a little about yourself. Real quick. So,
All right. I'm Big Mike. I've been playing football forever, since I was 5. And I stopped playing a little bit at Crandall. Then I got right back into it when I got the sock. And once I got the sock, we've been winning. Like, we won back-to-back state champions. We haven't lost when I got here. So after that, that's when they moved me to tackle. Then I was playing defense. They moved me to tackle. I started playing tackle, and my name blew up once the first state championship. My name blew up. Ever since then, I just been working out, getting bigger, working on my feet. I'm still working on my feet, all that.
And please do. How much you benching now?
Right now, last time I checked, it was like 350.
350. Mo, his dad has sent me a video of him benching. He had like 315 first time he benched 315, and he didn't even control the weight, man. They put the weight on, he just bounced right off his chest. I'm like, he never controlled the weight. I was like, man, Doski, he could bench way more than that.
Like, technique and control is everything when you lifting that weight, man.
Yeah. So but sock, man, they had them boys on that weight. Like, oh my God, man, these.
It's good to see
once they leave that program.
Yeah, it's good to see how the program has evolved, man. Compared to freshman year when I went over there. So it's definitely a great. It's good to see and hear what's going on over there at SOC. So this kind of leads into my question. You kind of talked about it, and I'm just gonna give you some real questions, things I definitely want you to ponder on. So what measures are you taking to separate yourself from others as far as other talented players?
Right now, I'm working. Like I said, I'm working on my feet. I heard feet is a big thing for tackles. So I'm really working on my feet and working on my legs, getting stronger when it comes to the legs and my back. So then I'm running a lot because I heard once you get up to college, they're gonna have you run. That's the first thing they're gonna do. So just working out, really working out, read a little bit. And I've been working on my Auckland boxing, using my hands to get that because tackles we use our hands a lot. So I'm using my hands, doing that again.
That's
good.
What I've been
doing. So was that
the mid work?
Huh? That was the end of that question.
Yeah. I like what he's saying, because definitely the mid work is definitely gonna give you that hand movement that you need and footwork.
Yeah. So my question is, who in the NFL do you kind of model your game after? When you watching a game, me playing the skill position, and the majority of people, they're gonna watch the skill people, the quarterback, the receivers. You know what I'm saying? Do you watch the interior? Who do you like, watching and describe and kind of tell us a little bit why you do like?
Back in the day, I used to just watch the skill positions. That's all I used to watch. I didn't watch anybody else. And now when I'm watching football, I sit and look at the tackles and stuff and how they moving. But I really pay attention to Trent Williams a lot now. He the best one right now. Yep, his feet. I got play. I watch plays that he do. I see the before he go in the game. I see the workout that he do. That's what I'm looking at. Who I've been looking at for a while. Trent Williams.
Okay, so he with the he with the 49ers, and you know where he's from, right?
I don't know where you're from.
He from Longview. He from East Texas. He a Texas born and raised cat.
That's what's up.
So yeah, not too far, about 2 hours down the road.
Yeah.
Mo, did you have another question before I ask one? Man, you guys are taking all my questions, and he's going into the questions, because what I was going to say is you gave Trent Williams, and he's still playing. My question is give me one player from the past and one in the present that you kind of mimic yourself from. So you said Trent Williams. So what would be an older player? Because you got to take from the old to the new.
I can't think of his name. He played for the Cowboys though.
What number?
It's 70-something, 73, 70-something. I can't remember his name.
He currently play or he
I
retired?
think that's Eric Williams,
Right now.
73. Because Nate Newman was 60-something. Eric Williams is the bit.
It's some player. I saw a highlight. He was of course he good on the O-line, good on his feet and all that. And then it was a play. He ran somebody down and tackled him. Nobody expected that. I can't think of his name though.
I'm trying to think. I can't think who that would be either.
I gotta find it.
Yeah.
But him.
That's your homework right there, because there's gonna be a time where you're gonna have to speak on that mic. One of them reporters gonna ask you some questions, and you got to know those type of things. So that's good that you study, and you got to stay on top of that, man. It's more than lifting weights. It's more than game time. You got to study the game. You got to live it. You got to eat it. You got to breathe it.
Yes, sir.
Being that you chose TCU, that's home and all. Tell us, what kind of made you lean more toward that decision, and what's probably the best meal they had that made you be like, oh yeah, I can get used to this.
One thing is, of course, it's football. They good. They a great football program, as y'all saw last year. They went all the way, and we're gonna go all the way again this year. But another thing is, when you get money up there, they're not just gonna show you how to get it. They're gonna show you how to get it and invest it, and they're gonna show you what to do with it. So that's one thing that was good for me. I like how they don't just leave out there to dry and not know what to do. They're gonna teach you some more things, and then that's just one of the big things. And then I'm gonna get a degree anyway. I'm gonna get a degree in something and have something to do other than football later in life.
What is that you think you want to major in?
Right now, I'm thinking business.
Okay. Business, you can go a lot of different ways. Because you seen me till I try and start my little young long business, real estate, life insurance. You seen your dad trying to start his business
too.
What'd you say?
I was thinking something in real estate too. Something. I'm still thinking about it, to be honest.
You have options, man, and you finna go to school and you finna learn. You finna meet friends, man. They're just gonna be in your life, just like I have Mr. Dr. Break Vegas. I met him in college, and we ain't never left out. We ain't ever stopped being friends since then. It's just only grew year by year. And through him, I have other associations. So you're gonna build a network, man. You're gonna go to college and you're gonna have a hell of experience, man. It's gonna be the best time of your life. I want to say you been on the football team, you're gonna meet people from different states, different parts of the country, the world. You finna travel, man. You finna experience a lot within these next 4 to 5 years in college, man. So soak it all up, man.
And surround yourself, man. Surround yourself around positive people. You said South Oak Cliff, so I assume you live in the Oak Cliff area. And growing up in Oak Cliff, Highland Hills, of course you want to give back, but hey, don't be afraid to evolve and leave and surround yourself with people who's going to motivate you and give you positive messages and not going to negatively influence you to do other things. Because it's easy to get in trouble. And specifically being a black man, a young black man, so you got to keep that. We got a lot more pressure on us than just playing basketball or football or running track, man. So you got to keep that in the mind, in the forefront at all times.
Yes, sir.
But still have fun. Still be a young teenager, still have fun, but always keep your goal in front, in the centerpiece. Like, is this decision going to affect my bottom line?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And so what I was going to kind of say, I don't really have any more questions, but what I was going to say is you want to be a student of the game. You want to learn X's and O's, because you playing the right tackle, man. You have to be just as athletic as the man on the opposite side of you.
Mm-hmm.
So some are going to be power, some are going to be quick, some going to be, fast. Like, they're going to have certain moves, spin move, the little dip move. Like, you're going to have to study them in each one, man. And they're going to take studying film to a whole new level, man, because another question I want to ask you, who was your toughest competition and why?
My toughest competition in high school?
Yeah, you ain't. Yeah, I ain't talking about no junior high.
Definitely Colin Simmons. I don't know if y'all know who that is. He go to Duncanville, number 8.
Okay. Oh, hey. Yeah, he
It's
look here.
it's
I
him.
looked up the top recruits from my state. He was on the cover, number 8 for Duncanville.
He number one. He the best one or I go against Billy Watson on my team, number 10. He going to
Okay.
Texas. Him. But I practice with him every day, so I kind of caught on to him.
Yeah,
And I know what to do.
learn
Look
his
up.
habits.
But Colin, it's him too.
All right.
Like Billy, they played similar. Billy stronger, but Colin way faster.
So yeah, see, and you know how to separate too. So imagine that's pretty much what you're gonna be going against at this next level. You know what I'm saying? The competition, you know what I'm saying, is the bar is raised. And so now it comes more mental. Who really can pick up on, you know, who they are. Don't be all cocky, like, oh, I can do this, I can do it. No. Know what your flaws are, know what your strengths are, know what your weaknesses are, and build on that. You know, polish on that, because even Kobe, he's gonna tell you, man, I worked on the basic fundamentals over and over and over again. So yes, footwork is a must. Be a student, soak up that knowledge from them older cats as a sponge, because they're gonna give you tips, because they gonna know, you know, I can't do this, even though I might be stronger than them. They fast, like they gonna give you tips, soak that up.
Yes, sir.
Add that to your repertoire. That's what you gotta be. You gotta be a student of the game and be a sponge, baby. That's the only nuggets I can give you, because yeah, you got to prove yourself now. You got them 2 state championships. Let's see. That's what it's about now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's what's up.
All right. So that's all the little interview questions, man. We really got. Mo, how much time you got? You good? You good?
Yeah, we good, man.
All right. I got a couple of questions for you. It's a little game, all right? So I'm gonna put some players out there from the NFL, and you tell me who who you're a bigger fan of, you know? So I'll say Myles Garrett or Michael Parsons.
Myles Garrett.
Oh, you said Myles Garrett. Okay, why you like Myles Garrett over Michael Parsons?
He big like me, but like he a different type of big. Like he cut up and everything, look like Superman or something. But he's still big. Like I don't know. And plus his play just different. He's still good. But him.
He from Texas too. I can't remember what part. Cause he went to A&M.
Me neither.
He like that nose tackle play for the Rams.
Aaron Donald.
That boy's big.
Yeah.
Muscular.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I got some quarterbacks for you. Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts?
That's an easy one.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna say Jalen Hurts for sure.
Oh, Jalen Hurts.
It would have been Lamar like last year, but Jalen Hurts.
Okay. One with the youngster, man. Hey, look here. These guys are proven, you know, and there is no wrong answer. Let's go with some running backs real quick. Jonathan Taylor or Saquon Barkley?
Saquon.
Saquon?
I've been liking Saquon for a minute though. I've been watching Saquon. He's strong. I used to watch this him power cleaning in Penn State and stuff.
Okay.
Saquon. I've been watching
the injuries didn't make you not be any less of a fan of him. You was a fan of him from the jump, and can't nobody change your mind. All right, we're finna go to the outside. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. He put some thought into
Justin Jefferson. It's like they the same. They both
Justin
came from
Jefferson. Hey, they LSU team, they college teammates, man. Yeah. They ain't gonna be mad at the other one for their shine.
Yeah.
All right. So then we're getting ready for the competition. The kind of players you're gonna be going against, some DNs. We got Nick Bosa or Chase Young.
Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa. Okay.
Yeah.
I like Bosa.
There is no wrong answer. There is no wrong answer. All right. So now I got a couple of NFL franchises, you know, and most of them are good. And I know whoever, you get drafted to, you're gonna go to it. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You feel like you're gonna be the difference maker. But right now, we're gonna see who you rather play for. Would you rather play for the Detroit Lions or the Houston Texans?
Texans.
The Texans. Okay. Wow. You want to go there? What's the new coach? DeMarco Ryan?
You gonna be tough.
All right. Cleveland Browns or New York Jets?
Jets. They building a program now. The Jets.
Okay, he like the Jets. He like
people.
The Browns, they build a program. They got Nick Chubb, they got Deshaun Watson, they got Amari Cooper. You know, they just need one more little receiver.
Then the Jets just get Aaron Rodgers or something. Or no?
Yeah, they did. They just got Aaron. Well, they supposedly it's in the works. So we'll see. We'll see.
They get it right.
And then I got two more teams for you: the Carolina Panthers or the Indianapolis Colts.
Colts.
Indy is a little bit more popular than the Panthers. I think every other team, you know, they got they're a little bit more respectable. I couldn't just put them at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
So that's all we have, man. Thanks for playing our little game and answering our little questions, man. You know I'm gonna be for the ride for you the whole way through, man. And there for encouragement. Anytime you need me, you got my number, man.
Yes, sir.
We already got our little project we're working on. I'm not gonna broadcast that till the time presents itself, but we do want to have you back on with Marcus Hill before y'all go off to school.
Yes, sir. No problem. I got you.
All right. So we finna just talk football and a little basketball. If you want to stay on talk that with us, cool. If not, we understand.
All right, I'm finna go live. That's what I'm about to go do.
Hey, love, peace, and hair grease, baby. Have a good one.
Stay safe, man.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right. I love it. I love it.
Yes, sir.
All right, Doc. The Mavericks. I gotta start off with them. I really wish Coach Taylor was on here because this is really directed toward him. Because when the Mavericks went and got Christian Wood, I was like, what? Why are the Rockets giving him up so easily? Because he was like probably their best player. And I'm like, man, it's not like he helped. If he not helping them, how he gonna help y'all? And so at the end of the season, I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's his fault, but how does anything they did to get him make them better? Because from that move, it led for them even getting Kyrie, and then that move, like, ain't nothing worked. And I've always preached they got to get somebody with a defensive mindset, somebody that another team gonna respect or fear or think twice about when they playing them. And we don't have that. Well,
it's coaching. It's Jason Kidd. They need to get rid of Jason Kidd. That's point blank. Because we can argue that all day, but they won their championship off of running and gunning. Them boys was running and gunning. Yeah, we had Tyson Chandler, you know, in the center, but ultimately them boys was gunners. We was averaging about 115, 120 points a game. And then especially
he was a part of that though.
Huh?
He was a part of that.
Jason Kidd, right?
Yeah.
Running and gunning. So how you gonna come and change the dynamics of what Mavericks is? Mavericks are just scores. You trying to change it, and that doesn't work. You tried that everywhere you went, it didn't work.
To me personally, I think it's the chemistry that Luka have with his number 2, you know, and with them not bringing Brunson back, it led to them not having the chemistry. This at the start of the season, so that led to more changes and more unfamiliar faces and more continuity problems. And you know, you start from scratch, and Luka is one that dominates the ball. So it's really how Luka and the number 2 are, you know, cohesive.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna take time, man. You telling a guy who's a number 1 to, you know, slide to the number 2 spot, and I really don't think Kyrie really mind doing it because he's done it pretty much his entire career. I just think they need to get that chemistry together. Luka got to understand how to be a true point guard. He holds the ball too fucking much. Oh, excuse me. We lied. He holds the ball too much, you know, and he needs to learn to get off that ball and quit crying. Jesus.
Well, you know, that's not how he came into the league. You know, he reading their press clippings. So, you know, it is what it is, you know.
And I like Christian Woods, man. I like Christian Woods because when any one of those players go down, Christian Woods is coming in and balling. Jason Kidd just needs to learn how to be a coach and know how to utilize this guy. Because we disguised Dirk Nowitzki's defensive flaws the entire time he was in the league.
But that's three people that ain't gonna make a difference on the defensive end. Luka ain't, Kyrie ain't, Christian Wood. Who's making a difference? If you gonna add somebody, they can't be. You can't just keep, you know what I'm saying, adding icing on the cake, man. You just can't.
Do you feel like we were going to win it this year? With this
No, I already said at the beginning of the season, I didn't, you know, but
so in the summertime, guess what you think we're going to get? We're going to get some defensive players. We're going to get a big man that has
never been what the agenda was. It's never. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. LeBron and the Lakers. I want to hit on that real quick. Man, when LeBron went down, man, you know, they went on a little win streak. And it was like, damn, you know, if they can keep this up, LeBron come back, I really wonder what the possibilities are. But I don't know, man. I don't really know what to make of the Lakers, man. I know that little cat Austin Reeves, man. I think he's gonna get paid. I don't think he's gonna stay. And
they play better when one of the two stars is out.
He's Anthony Davis or LeBron.
Yeah, they play better. I mean, I think they'll be doing the same thing if LeBron was playing and Anthony Davis was out. And Reeves has been a baller. They never get an opportunity to play.
He's getting it now, and so
he balling. And he's not just this year. Like,
getting on that fan dude, ain't you?
Yeah, that boy. Yeah. But I've been picking that boy, man. He don't went from $3,200 to $7,200.
Yeah, I know. I know he got it. I know he put him up there. They ain't gonna just let you get them points for nothing.
Right.
You better budget the hell out that stuff, man. I'm not playing that no damn more.
Yeah. I like Reeves though, man, and he's well deserving of a starting position somewhere.
Yeah, but the Lakers and the Mavs might not, you know, make it these last couple of games. And let me see if I can turn to the Mavs game right now and see.
Probably losing. They in 11th spot now. They went from the 4th seed in the West to the 11th spot.
Hold on, player. Hold up.
But the crazy part is only still 1 and 2 games separating them bottom 5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know it's all close, but that's not what it's supposed to be. Oh, they killing the. They winning by 12. Yeah, they winning by 12. I wanted James Harden. Let's see if James Harden got some stats. Yeah, Harden playing 1 of 6. So yeah, they winning 58-46. Man, please, hey, they better win some games.
Yeah, this is a crucial win for them, man.
I'm trying to see who all did I put something on today. It don't matter. I need to do some winning. That's all that matters. So, no, oh man. So yeah, before you leave, I gotta tell you something off camera, right?
Yes, sir.
But
yeah, I got that text if you're talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, cool. But besides the Mavs and the Lakers, we're not gonna go into every team because I really do think that Milwaukee is peaking at the right time, man. As much as I hate for them to win, I ain't gonna say hate, but my boy who I talk to a lot about basketball, sports, and all that stuff, he been on the Bucks like for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Them boys about to. I mean, they really. Middleton takes them to another level. You know, I think he's getting his groove, his rhythm back for the game. You know, he'd be in and out of the lineup. But what's my guy Lopez? Man, he fits. Man, they got size, they got length, they got
Lopez. Lopez has been balling lately. I'm talking about.
They got Holiday, Drew, and I mean. They hitting all levels, man. It's working for them because I want to say before they won that one championship, man, that coach had 1 foot out the door and 1 foot in, man. It was like they didn't know if he was gonna really get over that hump. Yeah. So we're gonna really see what they're about, man, because I think it's in their favor, man. They Middleton he should be fresh, man. He should pick up the slack in some of them second halves, but they looking good. That's who I feel like will win it, even though I want to say it, but that's who I feel like can win it. I ain't gonna believe in KD until he can stay healthy for a full season.
Yeah, Suns, yeah, they nah. I like Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, they got to be the favorite. Them boys is getting back healthy. They bench is playing well. That Javon Carter, you can tell he steps up to another level when
that's the point guard.
Yeah, that's the point guard. Whenever Holiday have a rest day, this boy go in, he get you 25, 30 points. I'm talking about points, not fantasy points. So, the boy can ball.
Yeah. I mean, there's some other teams over there. I think the Knicks playing good over there. I think they saying Embiid is in the first place for the MVP. So we're gonna see if he can prove that in the postseason, because I always say when push comes to shove, he don't play like no MVP. So
they're gonna give it to him over Joker?
Yeah, because Embiid was talking about how Joker don't have no defensive stats. You know what I'm saying? He all offense behind no defense stats. And you can't be prisoners of the moments when he's doing what he's doing offensively from his position. But Embiid do have a point, though. You do got to be complete. So we're gonna see how this race finishes out, because that will be 3 in a row for Jokic, and that's rare. That's rare company right there.
Yeah, and that's why I really think they're gonna give it to him.
Ooh.
I mean, I really think because
Jokic or Embiid,
they're gonna give it to him because they've been making a big fuss about how they feel like Joker has been padding his stats.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they did say that. So it's interesting. Seeing is believing. All right. So yeah, you got a little bit of time left, and we're gonna end on this last topic of Lamar Jackson and his contract situation. Do you completely understand what's going on with this situation with him not having an agent and him feeling like he should be getting guaranteed money? Don't nobody know how much guaranteed money, but no other team is willing to take this guy on as the quarterback.
Well, I guess I'll say, do you think that you feel like they blackballing him?
Yes, of course. Because let's just say this. He's like a 41-19 record. 41-19 record. So he might not have the best playoff games, but at the same time, defensive changes, and I don't think that their offensive skills are to the level of those in the playoffs that you need to step their game up. Like, they already playing the best they can play, and they need to come up with a different offensive scheme. They just got a new offensive offensive coordinator, so things got to make that happen now. If they're gonna sign them with the new offensive coordinator, they need to be in there now. They need to be learning each other, need to know what works for each other, because this only makes it harder. And for no team to believe, I think the Atlanta Falcons are gonna go with a quarterback they drafted last year who played like 6 games. That's crazy that nobody want to take a chance on him, man. I just don't get it. Other players have said it, but any excuse that you can give is really a lie, because Atlanta was like, the style he play is might not last long. Well, he just signed Marcus Mariota last year.
Right.
What does he do? Does he run the ball?
That's the same thing the commander said, Washington. So what he's not going to give Watson or Mahomes money. So what other quarterback do you think in the league his contract should be comparable to?
Well, and we talked about that. And so I feel like it should be better than Kyler Murray's. Let me look at this text. And that's a good question.
Because he's not going to get Watson. I don't think nobody will ever get Watson money again. I don't know what Cleveland was thinking.
They was desperate. That's all that was. Come on. Huh? All right. So Kyler Murray, where you at, Kyler Murray? Oh, Kyler Murray making 46. Russell Wilson making 49. Patrick Mahomes making 45. Josh Allen making 43. Matt Stafford making 40. Dak making 40. So I think he over Matt Stafford. I think he's right there with Josh Allen, 43.
Mm-hmm.
If not more.
Yeah.
And then Kyler Murray making 46. And Kyler Murray ain't proved nothing to be making 46. So I think it starts there.
Yeah.
I think it starts at 46.
That's good. What was he asking for?
Can't say. I know that's the franchise tag. I think about 43, but they gave him that non-exclusive where it's like 35. And then if a team won't match it, they got to give them 2 first rounds. So I'm like, you lowball them, and then a team got to get 2. Like, who is going to touch that? So I don't really understand how they can do or manipulate the system to their advantage, because that's all it is.
They forcing him to play. He gonna have to play, show up, play 1 more year under that franchise tag, risk him getting hurt, and then they gonna let him go.
Because I don't blame him, because when RG3 played for Mike Shanahan in that playoff game, he messed his knee up worse, and that was the end of him, because that's your tools, man. Those your money makers. And he sacrificed it for the good of the team, not the good of his future. And, that was that. And ain't nothing he could do about it. So I can't blame Lamar.
Yeah, get your money, man. I think he still need to get an agent, though.
Oh, yeah. He definitely need to do that. That's another thing that's going in his favor. But we live and we learn. I don't know why he chose this path, but, that's him. Teach his own. You need to holler at LeBron. LeBron hooked that boy up.
Yeah.
So that's all we have on this show for today. We appreciate our viewers. Next week, I can't say who we have, man. I'm always trying to have some guests on here. I appreciate my little cuz coming out. And we're supposed to have another guest, Marcus Deal. But from my school, he's also a TCU commit in football. And I thought that would be really interesting to have both of them on. But Marcus Deal had to go and support his little brother and sister. They're twins in the junior high, and they're some pretty good athletes too. So, you got to support the family. I'm not mad at that. But I'm going to try and have them on again before it's all said and done. So until next time, love, peace, and hot grease.